gang? Back with another video. Now before I start this video, I want y'all to hit that like button, the subscribe button, comment it below, follow me on social media to stay tuned for more. But before I actually start the video, I wanted to say I don't wish jail or prison or nobody. It's inhumane. I don't think it's a form of discipline for them to learn. It just it turns into an animal, literally. Like, it literally does. So you come out not knowing nothing. It's like what good does it do? It just makes the person worse, or makes the person insecure, and a whole bunch more depression and a whole lot of shit. But we got a video called "Man Set to Die by Execution" in 24 Hours shares final thoughts. Now I wonder what he gonna say, or if he gonna cry, or how he say how he feel. I don't know what he gonna say. But I just say I don't know what made me click it. I'm just like, that's something I could just put up. Like, why not? So let's see what he got to say. It's literally only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's probably gonna be something quick, and hopefully he not. Hopefully he don't say nothing like drawn, like I don't give a fuck, nothing like that. Cause it's like, damn, bro, you set to die by execution, bro. It's like you gotta feel some kind of way about that, unless you just evil and don't give a fuck, or you just don't got no feelings. But it is what it is. What can I do? Rest in peace to the man, cause this old, so he probably already going. Send my condolences to his family and his loved ones, whoever rocked with him. But we about to listen to his final thoughts. Let's see what he got to say. Let's get into it. Man set to die by execution in 24 hours. Shares final thoughts. Let's get it.
In less than 24 hours, a 34-year-old Eastside man is scheduled to be executed.
Christopher Young admits he was drunk and high when he went into a convenience store and robbed and murdered the owner 14 years ago.
The 19's Devin Clark went to Livingston recently and spoke to Young, who says though his time on earth may be running out, he hopes what he's done while on death row will live on through others forever.
You know, there's times where I can actually like just be sitting there, maybe typing a letter and feel the needles in my veins.
If you were to ask the 6-year-old Christopher Young what he'd be doing with his life at the age of 34.
I just found out before I came out here that the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals is denying my case.
Being a death row inmate scheduled to die by lethal injection would have never come to mind.
I'm just considered a nerd. You know, I played 4 instruments, played violin, viola.
Wow, that shit just sent chills to my body, because it's always somebody who's extremely talented, extremely smart, that makes a mistake, like, or does something that they're not conscious of, from being drunk, high, being around the wrong environment, influenced by the wrong people. Like, listen to what he just said. He played 4 instruments. I don't know how to play no instrument. My favorite instrument is the saxophone, though. That's my favorite instrument. I will learn how to play the saxophone. I promise you I will learn how to play the saxophone. But it's always somebody like that, and it's like, it's just seeing how he carries himself right now, how he coping with it. It's sad, man. Like, this is crazy. But we gonna finish it. There's only like a minute left. Let's see.
The cello.
But the Eastside native says after his father died, he began a life of drugs, alcohol abuse, and gang violence.
I embraced the roughness, looking for a name for myself.
And on November 21st, 2004, Young made a regretful decision.
And another thing is, like, a lot of people, like, especially like with the gang shit, or like getting into violence and things like that, it's because they didn't have somebody around, they lost somebody, and they just didn't know who they were. They jumped into something thinking that's who they was. Gonna find out it's not really who he was. You just was protecting yourself, or you just doing it because you felt like it was love there, and et cetera, et cetera. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, but I just said it. Like, and it's like, it's fucked up to see this. Like, it seemed like he really dealing with it well. Like, he's coping with it, but it's like, I know it's bothering him, and I know it did bother him before he died. So it's just like, damn, Christopher Young. I won't forget that name. Let's get it.
Which he says began as an attempt to confront Hushmukh Patel, a 55-year-old convenience store owner, about an alleged argument Patel had with Young's girlfriend.
But because of me being drunk, and it just turned into a robbery. And so I didn't mean, I wasn't even trying to kill an individual. I wasn't trying to kill Hash that day. And it just happened.
He's often visited by family, including his aunt, who brings kids from her church. Young uses the opportunity to mentor them.
Until I'm gone, this is going to be done. That's why I have the hope.
Hope they won't follow in his footsteps.
It's all psychological. They got to really feel comfortable in themselves. You got to help them get rid of their insecurities. You got to help them get rid of
Exactly, see?
You got to help them get rid of their materialism.
He says he hopes that his message of positivity resonates,
Facts.
but most of all, he wants lawmakers to understand the factors that contribute to youth ending up in situations like his.
The East Side shouldn't be like it is at all. You know, it shouldn't be impoverished like it was.
Still, Young says he's not making excuses for the choices he's made, and in the end, knows he must accept the consequences.
The only way to triumph over death is making your life a masterpiece.
Devin Clark, KSAT 12 News.
Wow.
Young's execution is scheduled for 6 p.m. tomorrow in Huntsville. Devin asked Young what his last words will be. He said he doesn't want to plan that out. He wants his final message on earth to come from.
Damn, that was the end of the video. But like he said it. He basically said what I was saying. You just got to get rid of the materialism that you want, the insecurities that you have. Because if you don't, you're going to end up doing the wrong shit and end up in a situation like that because you're trying to prove yourself or you try to find who you are doing things like that. And then coming from dirt and being poor, it turns you into something else. It makes you, it really puts you in survival mode, like extreme survival mode. So you're willing to do any and everything to get what you want and get what you need. And it's kind of fucked up, like it is, but everything is a choice. And like he said, he has to do with his choices, but I'm glad that he spun it around and decided to speak to other kids and put out a positive message of letting kids know, just don't do it. just stick to, but he played instruments. He played 4 instruments, yo. 4. That's amazing. Like that's crazy. It's just like, wow. But rest in peace to him. Send my condolences to his family. I send my condolences to the victim family. Hopefully the family can forgive him. Even after he died, hopefully one day they can forgive and understand. Everything's all about understanding and communication. And some people do deserve second chance, even though it's rough. It can be rough to give that second chance. But y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media. I'm out.
Heart.